Hey everyone, thank you for being here. Before we dive in, I want to name something. If you saw my Friday post, you know I have been thinking about how this community really shows up for you during unsettling seasons. And today's session is an extension of that. Remember, this is your space. There is zero pressure to have it all figured out. That's why we're here. It's why I started the unpolished newsletter because I'm just literally unpolished all the time. Eh, but for today, this is more about a guided reflection. If you are listening to this while you're somewhere, um, either just use it as a gentle reflection to just think, or maybe pull out your journal or your planner or where you're writing things down. I feel like putting pen to paper, um, maybe a really pretty pink one, um, really helps you to get those thoughts out of your head and onto paper. And it really helps it to sink in. So here's what I've been noticing. And let me know either in the chat or in the comments. Um, Tell me if this resonates with you. January comes around and suddenly it feels like there's all this pressure, new year, new goals, new habits. Everywhere we turn, someone's telling us to optimize and hustle and transform. Well, you guys already know that we don't hustle here. That's I've never been that person, and so that's not where we're at. But meanwhile, we've got this personal life too, and life is just uh, lifing. Is that a word? Maybe you're still taking down Christmas decorations. Maybe your inbox is still exploded. Maybe something in your personal world really shifted and you're just trying to keep your head above water. Well, this is where I think that North Star word becomes really, really powerful. And not as another thing to achieve, but as a place to really call home when everything else is pulling at us. This is what I really wanted to do this year. Again, last year's was purpose. This year is clear. I need something to hold on to. I need something that feels like me. So today's question, what if your word became the place you came back to when things felt unsettling, when life felt unsettling? I really want you to pause and sit with that for a minute. And I'm going to walk you through a couple prompts where you can, again, sit silently, journal, just kind of let it wash over you. Um, just, just think. And if you're listening to this replay, go ahead and pause during this time, um, and just feel what I'm about to ask. So think about the last few days. What's been pulling at your attention? What's feeling heavy or overwhelming or just a lot? Now, bring your word to mind. If you don't have a word yet, think about what maybe you're craving right now. Just what quality or feeling do you need more of, and what comes up? And then here's the big one. When you hold those two things side by side, that overwhelm and your word, is there anything that shifts? Does your word offer clarity? Is there any permission that comes? What about any reminder of what actually matters to you right now? Just sit with that. Okay, come back to me. If you're still thinking or listening to the replay and not ready yet, just pause. Pause the replay. You're probably got some messy and incomplete thoughts that are going on. Perfect, exactly what you want. But things you might be thinking about is that our words aren't about being perfect. They're not about having everything together because you're not going to. Perfection is momentary. It's good when it happens in that moment, that sweet bite that you're going to take, that minute that maybe your hair looked really good in the mirror and then you walk outside and there was wind everywhere. That perfection was momentary. And so you savor that, but that's not what's going to continue. These words are about giving us something to anchor to. So now I want you to get practical for a minute. So we were in our heads, we're thinking and we're reflecting. And now I want you to think about this week specifically. Where in your life right now could your word help you make a different choice? Maybe it's about how you spend your time, how you talk to yourself, what you say yes to, what you say no to. What would it look like to use your word as permission instead of pressure? Like, what if your word gave you permission to rest, permission to say no, or permission to say yes because you're not somebody who says yes, or permission to do less, or just to choose ease for a moment? Think about that. Different choices based on that word. So I'm going to give you an example of how my word clear is giving me permission instead of pressure. So I am clear that I want to take care of myself. I want to take care of my body in a way that makes sense for me. I'm very clear that both I need to do that, but not in this way that I have to follow some rigid exercise plan. So I have given myself permission to just go to the gym here at the apartment complex and move. I'm not following some rigid plan. I don't have a checklist that I'm hitting every day. I literally am just, I am clear in my desire to take care of myself. I need to take care of myself physically because I know that that helps my mental capacity. I know that if I start off the day doing that, I know that y'all hear that all the time. If you start in this way, it, it's helping me. But I am also clear that 5 a.m. Heather isn't pretty. So I'm not there. But what I am doing is to get up every morning, slow with the coffee. Today's is reheated because, that happens. If it doesn't happen to you, I mean, please tell me what it is that you're doing to get all the coffee down before you have to reheat it. But I sit in that and have a conversation with Scott, have a conversation with Caroline. Ooh, let's hold on. I don't have a conversation with Caroline. I make sure I understand, does she need something from me today or after school, or what does that look like? And then I don't put on fancy workout clothes. I just change my clothes. I'm I'm giving myself permission to just go and do it. But I'm very clear about that. And so it feels good to just remind myself, what am I clear about this morning? So hopefully that gave you a little bit of example. But before we wrap up, I want to give you something tangible to take with you. Between now and next week, I want to invite you to try something, which is noticing when life feels unsettling. And I say it out loud, and some of you may be like, Heather, my entire life is unsettled. Okay, cool. Well, number one, you're in the right spot. But number two, you don't have to change it. Just notice when that's happening. And when you do, maybe bring that word back to your mind, even for 10 seconds. You don't have to do anything with it. You don't have to fix anything or change anything. Just come back to the word. It's like a little bookmark in the middle of your chaos. Little, yeah, a little bookmark in the middle of your chaos. So that's it. That's a whole experiment. Just notice, bring the word back. If you're still struggling to find a word, or you think that I am just full of gibberish here and that it's just not something that you do, please give me a buzz. send me a message in chat, send me an email, put some time on my calendar. Let's just talk through it. I want to know what you are anchored in because I think sometimes if you feel like you're in a state of transition, which a lot of you are in this career transition, life transition, we need something to hold on to. If work feels messy, you need personal to be solidified. What I am learning is that, and what I have experienced throughout life is that I'm going to say something, it's probably going to rub you the wrong way, but you can't rely on anyone else. Yes, you have support. You have friends, you have family, you have partners, you have spouses, maybe you have kids that are just really excited about you. You have animals and pets at home. But at the end of the day, my friend, the only person you have that is with you is yourself. And so just sit in that, find yourself something to anchor to. And if you want, pop back into the community, share when you're doing it, share what you noticed, share what shifted or what didn't shift. If you're like, Heather, this is a bunch of just bleh. But we're all learning in this together. And so I'm just glad that you were here. What if you took a little bit of time for yourself this week? What if you paid attention to yourself this week? Thank you for being here. More importantly, thank you for bringing your whole selves to our conversations in the canopy. This community is here when you need it. It's not more obligation. It's not. It's not one more thing on the to-do list. Oh, log in to Olive Groves, post to the canopy. Nah, I want to be here for you all and help you through this. And so I'll see you next time. We're going to keep exploring this North Star word all month. I want you to take care of yourselves. Hear me when I say that. I want you to take care of yourself. You are doing better than you think. Have a great day, my friends.